Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to the Black Mirror. Let's continue. So, Morris has run off, so there's our next suspect out of the picture. Unless we're supposed to take this letter, which maybe we should take the letter just to double check. Like right click it and left click it just to make sure. Why? Like, I guess the idea here is that you're now supposed to suspect the detective, or anybody else with black hair, or you're supposed to just continue to suspect Morris. So, to the library we go. We'll try to talk to Bates. We'll try to talk to Victoria. And then we should be close to being done with this chapter, hopefully. And then I think there's supposed to be some more puzzles. But maybe not. Maybe we'll be into that epilogue, chapter 6. It seems like there should be some more puzzles. Is Victoria coming to the door or not?
May I speak with you for a while, Victoria?
Of course, Samuel.
Let's ask about the Ashbury.
What was in the Ashbury building before it became a sanatorium?
I have no idea. I was never interested in that place. Why are you asking about such a thing, Samuel?
I just wanted to know. It's not important.
I think on one occasion, Robert mentioned there used to be a hospital for cholera patients there. That building has a terrible past indeed. Would you please excuse me now, Samuel?
Man, are they depicting Victoria as old? Like, so old. Oh, can we go into Robert's study now that he's dead?
It's locked.
Wait a minute, I have his keys. So we can go in here. So parallel
Let's study. I feel as though he were watching me even now.
parallel investigations here. We're looking for somebody who's the killer and still looking for the keys. It's like, in a funny way,
Exactly 12? It probably doesn't work.
in a funny way, I guess you could guess that you could play this game as a disbeliever or believer in the supernatural elements, but this game is certainly not written well enough or balanced well enough for both of those to be a possibility. It's clearly obvious there is some supernatural elements. And apparently I can move the clock by rotating the mouse, which is actually kind of groundbreaking in this game because that's not something we've been able to do. Alright. Like, all the puzzles have been more about clicking on things or dragging things.
Robert's diploma in medicine.
He was educated, I guess. Why would you have all these weapons?
Another key. Who's the man in the picture? I've never seen his face before. I have to find his place in the past and obtain his key.
Alright. Open up a drawer.
It can't be opened. It's locked.
And one's locked and one can't be opened. And interestingly, we've lost our keys. So we have to find some other keys.
Medicine. I'd better leave it alone.
They've now really devolved down to just putting spooky images in areas of the game,
Anatomy.
like for no real reason.
There's a solution of a distinct color in some of the tubes. Maybe this is what Robert was working on all the time. The liquid in the tube smells very bad.
What's
a
in
little key was hidden there.
cacao, chocolate, pox. Let's see. Paper.
It looks like a security code. There's nothing else there, just papers and a book.
And now you can close drawers instead of having to back out and then click on a different drawer, which is where the beginning of the game had us doing. Photograph.
Sophie, Robert's wife. She left him many years ago.
Sophie. So Sophie could play a part in a sequel to Black Mirror. Seems like people are not very lucky in love in the Black Mirror residence.
But I won't rest yet.
With Catherine being burnt to death.
Brain.
Hopefully none of these books,
This one opened. He won't be able to finish it now.
hopefully none of them end up with us reading more dialogue. That, I suppose, was a very huge waste of time
Medical literature.
to
Medical volumes.
have the book
Skimming through these.
be
Most of
like
them are in Latin.
5 pages long of dialogue just telling the backstory of the Black Mirror residents. There's better ways that could have been done. Although whether it's read aloud from a book or whether it's read aloud from speaking and having conversations, the writing still needs to be good.
Of some sort. Strange. There's no writing on it.
Well, here's problem. D3212801152555884. Let's try the fire on it. Just in case it was like written in lemonade or something. Alright. The problem, I suppose, is that the puzzles that we've seen before would be willing to make us suffer through something. Like, it really would be willing to make us have to put in all this combination. But it doesn't make the most sense, because if it's 321 and then it's 1280, it doesn't make any sense. If the numbers were backwards and it was 21-3, that doesn't make any sense. If it was D3212 and each one of those was an o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, that doesn't fully make sense either. So I don't think we've got anything here. If anything, it seems like the card catalog might be a better use.
I don't want to read it.
We're down just to Victorian Bates
Leave her alone now.
as far as people to talk to. So if we need any other conversations, it's the detective, the nurse, maybe the groundskeeper at the Ashbury Cemetery. It doesn't seem like it would be likely to go to the vicarage. It doesn't seem like it would be likely to go to the city. Let's just see what Bates has to say. His hair is gray, so I suppose he can't be a suspect.
Bates, I have just returned from Ashbury. I spoke with the head nurse, and
Any news of Sir Robert?
well, unfortunately,
From your tone, I anticipate bad news.
it's worse, Bates. Much worse. Robert is dead.
What? Sir Robert? That's inconceivable. Oh my, I sensed something terrible would happen. All this time since Sir Robert disappeared, this is going to be a tremendous shock for Madam.
Maybe it would be preferable not to let her know, at least for the time being.
But how could we possibly not tell her about this?
Let's just go with the positive answer. Why not?
Bates, we cannot tell her now. Try to understand. We need to give this some time.
But Madam will continue to look for Sir Robert. She will find out the truth by herself soon anyway, and things will be worse for her.
Believe me, Bates. The later she learns about Robert's death, the better.
Maybe she's the killer.
Oh, you are probably right, sir. We have to give Madam more time. The news would destroy her right now. Would you excuse me now, sir? I need to organize my thoughts.
I think I will go now.
I'll return to my work.
Well, nothing there. So, back to the map. Like, we can't go to Sharp Edge. We can go to the mortuary. We can go to Willow Creek. We can't go to Stone Ring or the Old Mine. And we can't go to the vicarage even. Interesting. Well, if that's the case, then there were some drawers in the morgue, so maybe we should go there first. I'm just trying to think as linearly as possible to save time. No longer do we have to even try to pretend like we're ringing the door bell. We can just walk in. So there's this symbol. See, I was thinking all of these drawers would work, maybe. Let's see. Try that with the microscope. Nope, that doesn't work. Well, if it's not these files, then maybe it's the city, or maybe I need to go back to Robert's office. When in doubt, go to the pub. Fishman certainly has disappeared from the story, so if he was the killer, again, you'd have no knowledge or motivation for that. It literally makes no sense. The gravedigger's missing. Probably the wrong phrase to use.
Have you seen the weather outside? It's unnaturally dark.
Clearly, we're supposed to have this conversation.
More than that, weather like this brings nothing good. I'm a bit superstitious, you see.
Yes, I've noticed.
But enough of
How would you have noticed he's not said anything superstitious at all?
Will you have anything, Mr. Samuel?
I don't think so. I've just come to ask about things.
I thought so. No offense intended, but you're not exactly my best customer.
We can ask about the pub, I suppose. Why do we care? This makes no sense.
The pub is It's deserted. Where is everyone, Harry?
Everyone's probably staying at home. The weather is ghastly today. In fact, I'm not even surprised.
I suppose there is the broken clock in the city. Is that the hint? That we were missing? Let's see. Well, if it's broken, I don't even remember what it said. If it was at 10 o'clock. And we can't go into any of these buildings. The pawn shop will probably be closed.
The shop is closed.
And again, this just feels like maybe I needed to waste my time at that. And you can't go into the church. So unless what we were to find out is that there's a graveyard at the vicarage that lines up to this code. I think I need to go back to Robert's study. Wait a minute, are the lights on all of a sudden? These are lit up. Interesting.
One of the crypts of our family. I don't even know who's buried in it.
Interesting. But they're lit up now. I don't think they were before.
Jeremy Gordon.
Alright. Let's just start back here and see if there's any more mail.
It's empty.
And I really can't imagine that there's anything at all that lines up with the outer part of the Black Mirror Manor. This guy doesn't seem like he's got anything. So we can look at this picture again.
Jeremy Gordon, William's father.
So we know who Jeremy Gordon looks like. Remember, at the very beginning of the game, they said there was something in the hand of the statue, and then it apparently didn't matter. Maybe it was just the statue is holding a statue version of something else. Nope. Can't go down this way. Do I have any new source of light that would help me? No, I don't think so. And we can't do anything with the books. And can't do anything with this. Can't do anything with this. And unless we were gonna just burn photos. This guy has long black hair. Ooh, there's a light.
It sheds a strange greenish light.
Let's try this on the light. So it was the old invisible ink.
6, 3, 0, 8, 1.
Okay.
Six, 3, 0, 8, 1.
Let's see. 6:30, 81. And it seems to work on any of the locks. Alright. So let's spin this around to 6 o'clock. It sounded like something. And then, wait a minute, 0. Zero puts a 3. How do you get to 0 though? That's noon, isn't it? How else would it work? Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 1, and we're just hoping this is right. No, wait, 1 o'clock. Nope. Six 30. And then 801. Zero 81. 6:30. Zero. Maybe what we should do is try to have a 6 on the 3. Have it point directly like 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, then 8 o'clock, then 1 o'clock, and just skip the 0 in the middle. Well, if you don't know where I'm headed, you haven't been paying attention. We're gonna be right back to walkthrough. All of these puzzles are gonna turn out to be incredibly difficult, aren't they? Just cryptic. It's not the best system here either. For all I know, I'm pointing the wrong indicator and I should be using the minute hand. But if I should be using the minute hand, what should I be pointing the hour hand at? Yep, that didn't work. And
Six, 3, 0, 8, 1.
180, if you did it backwards, doesn't mean anything. 63 doesn't mean anything. If you took a 6 out of this, that wouldn't mean anything. And if you took the 3 out of this, then it would be, and replace the 6, it would just be 6 to 12. Take the 0 out of this, it doesn't mean anything. Unless you're supposed to take all of the numbers out, which then that would have this as D2, 2. And then 5, 2, 2, 5, and then 25, and then 4. Like, if you're just eliminating everything. 22, 5, and then 254. And that still doesn't really make any sense. To both have the game stalled by ridiculous amounts of text and conversation, and then stall with incredibly difficult puzzles that you just never figure out. You'd think maybe these were codes to some book or combination or lock or anything at all. It would maybe make sense, but it really doesn't. It really doesn't. The clock just resets. These spiral columns kind of match the painting. Ding. 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 And there's nobody to talk to. So for some thoroughness sake, before I go look at the walkthrough, is there a painting somewhere? Is there something? Here's a good example. To close this drawer, instead of being able to click on it, you have to click back, and then you have to click on the other drawer. So a completely different system than what we've been doing. Can't sleep. Probably don't have anything to do with the fireplace. Back this way. Probably can't talk to Victoria.
I'll talk to her later. This is not the right time.
And it doesn't even really make sense to leave this area. Like, unless now, after hours and hours of gameplay, there's finally something in the balcony or in the old wing. Like, doesn't seem like there's anything new here. You can't even look at the photos and the paintings again to see if something might match or make sense. So clearly the case is that the game thinks it's told us everything we need to know to solve this puzzle, and it really hasn't. Well, that's where I'm gonna leave this recording. Let's just go ahead and save that game again and type this and save. The fact that we're at save slot 10 second time around probably means there's been close to 5 extra hours on top of what we've going all the way around with 24 save things. So we're probably, wow, are we really at 17 hours? I have a hard time believing that, but not too hard of a time. Anyways, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.